He was born with a ball in his hands. From the very first time little Jaden Carter stepped onto a football field, something felt different. At 9 years old, he read defenses better than some adults. At 12, he could throw spirals like a seasoned quarterback. Coaches whispered, "That kid is going somewhere." And he did. Jaden rose through youth leagues and high school like a storm. At 17, he had already broken several state records. He wasn't just good, he was special. The kind of talent you don't teach, only witness. By the time he graduated, the offers came pouring in from top universities. He chose one of the biggest college programs in the country. ESPN called him the next great hope. He didn't disappoint. 2 seasons later, Jaden was drafted in the first round of the NFL, and that's when the world opened up. Money, fame, cameras, mansions, private jets, interviews, billboards. He signed autographs until his hand cramped. He was fast, smart, dedicated, a leader, a star. Every touchdown felt like destiny unfolding. He bought his mom a house. He funded local schools. People wore his jersey across the nation. Jaden had it all. Until one night, he didn't. In a high-stakes playoff game, just minutes into the second quarter, everything changed. A hard tackle, a loud crack, a stadium falling silent. Jaden lay motionless on the turf. The diagnosis, spinal cord injury, complete, C4 vertebra. He would never walk or move again. The world that cheered his name vanished. Endorsements dropped. Friends stopped calling. He tried to smile, but inside he crumbled. The money drained fast. Medical bills, lawsuits, and bad investments. What remained was a man in a wheelchair, in a dark room, remembering what it felt like to run. He went through months of depression, screamed in silence, prayed to be forgotten. And yet, life wasn't done with him. One afternoon, in the middle of a rainy day, his nurse announced a visitor. He thought it was another reporter, but it wasn't. It was Emily, his old classmate, his first crush, his childhood sweetheart from 6th grade, the one who used to pass him notes in class and walk with him after school. He hadn't seen her in over 20 years. She smiled like no time had passed, sat beside him, talked like nothing had changed. She didn't pity him. She remembered the boy who used to dream big, and she didn't leave. Emily quit her job, moved in, became his caregiver, not for money, not for attention, but out of something more rare, real love. Jaden resisted at first. He felt broken, useless. But Emily reminded him that life was more than yards gained or trophies lifted. She helped him find a new purpose. He became an advocate for spinal injury survivors. He spoke at schools, hospitals, fundraisers. His story was raw, real, and powerful. Millions who once cheered for his touchdowns now listened to his words. He started a foundation to provide wheelchairs and rehab programs to underprivileged patients. He changed laws. He mentored athletes on how to prepare for life beyond the game. Jaden never walked again, but he stood taller than ever. Years later, after he passed peacefully with Emily by his side, his hometown unveiled a bronze statue of him, not in a helmet, not mid-pass, but in his wheelchair, hand raised in strength. Beneath it, an inscription: "From the gridiron to grace, Jaden Carter, a true champion of life." Because in the end, the measure of a man isn't what he gains. It's what he gives when everything is gone. If this story moved you, subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and share it with someone who needs hope. And tell us in the comments, do you know someone whose fall became the start of something greater?